Hi guys, Haksonzone here, and probably this is the most requested tutorial on my channel, so roll the intro. Like I said on the beginning, this is the most requested tutorial on my channel. Through the years I made a lot of free templates of esports logo. I make them custom for, professional teams and stuff like that, and I decided to make tutorial on how to make eSport logo, how to animate it and how to vectorize it and stuff like that. So this tutorial will be on three parts, I think. First, the most important part is how to make sketch for eSport logo, because that's the most important part. If you don't have a good sketch, you can't have a good logo. Second part is in Adobe Illustrator, how to vectorize it and how to make it, like a vector logo. And third part is how to animate them, how to animate part of the logo, to make intro out of that and maybe stuff like that, or animation for Twitch and something similar. So before we start, I just want to say, for the first part, for the sketch, I can't help you really, because every logo needs different sketch, and that isn't similar. Sketch for a lion isn't similar, for example, for sketch of a soldier. That's a whole different thing. But I can show you tips, and I can show you basics, and you can learn some stuff. So for example, I have here a sketch of maybe a demonic head or something like that with horns, and I will tell you what thing, what is the go for when you want to design eSport logo. So this is typical eSport logo, bold lines. The first part, the first thing you need to know is you need to make bold lines, to make it more cartoony, to make it more aggressive, and of course, if you don't need a tablet, I have this vacuum tablet, but if you don't have tablet, you can draw it on paper. I drew a lot of mascot on paper, in the beginning, maybe 20 mascot, maybe more, I drew on paper, and it's something you need to do before you start using tablet and make more professional logo. But you need to learn the basics on paper. And of course, it's more easier on tablet, but you can do it on paper. If I can, everybody can. So the first thing you need to look out for when you're drawing a mascot is the bold lines. You need to make it bold lines, to make it more cartoony, like a sticker. But you can't make a lot of details, because if you make a lot of details, a lot of color, different color, it will not look when you put it maybe on profile picture on Twitter or Facebook or something like that. Because if you zoom out, for example, this you see, it's demon head, but if you do make a lot of details, you can see what it is. It will look just like a mess, So when you do a sketch for eSport logo, you need to make it simple as you can, but aggressive, at the same time, and to people know what it is when you see it. Second part, you need to like I said, to make it so the people can easily tell what it is. So this is the head, this is the skull with horns. But if you want to do, I don't know, wolf, and you don't know how a wolf looks like, just go on Google and type, find some reference, maybe type eSport wolf logo, and just take a look on how other people make wolf logo, and try to make it similar, but not exactly the same, but similar, and if you make it similar, you will learn something new. But if you make it the same, you'll just learn how to copy stuff, and you don't want that if you want to make a professional logo. So find what you want to make logo, and go on Google and find some good reference, because good reference is everything in this job. So when you do that, just try to make it basic, and then try to have bold lines, try to remove some details, and to make it more simple, more aggressive. That's the first thing you want to your logo look like. And sorry for my English, I'm not speaking English very well, I hope you understand. So, and third thing, you need to think one step ahead. So for example, I didn't put these horns just for fun, because if you just make a school, and for example this is the school, and later when you put your text, it will look like this. It will not be proportional. This part is like empty part, and this where the text goes, so it will not look really good. But if you drew skull, if you drew these horns, and if you do text here, it will look balanced, have some balance and have some strong in it and power. So and after, when you want to animate the logo, you like I said, you can't really do much with the skull. You can make it make mouth move or eyes, but other stuff you just can do it. But if you put horns, just that's like +1, so you can make horns move. Maybe one horse do one thing, and other do something completely different. It's up to you and your creativity, but try to think one step ahead, so it will be easy to make intro, and when you put text, it will look good. That's the things you want to look out for when you're doing the sketch for your logo. That's the first part of making. That's the part when you make the basic sketch of the logo. But when you do the coloring and the shading, that's the whole different world. It's not really easy, because a lot of people don't know how to shade in their mascot, because they just don't know how where to put shades and highlights. So this is the but it's really simple, because for example, if maybe this pencil, take for example, this is your logo. First thing you need to do is decide from where you want to lights hit. If you want a light hitting from this side needs to be highlighted, the middle needs to be middle tones, and this back part needs to be shadow. It's really simple. If lights hit from above my head, for example, this top of the head will be highlighted, this part will be mid tones, but this around the eyes, because the eyes maybe backwards will be in shadow, and this part will be a shadow. Just use logic when you do that. Like here, I put light hitting maybe like front, but in this heights, so this part will be highlighted. I didn't use highlights, I just use shadows and mid tones, because it's easy, and I don't wanna complicate it for tutorial. And that's the things you want to look out for when you're doing eSport logo sketch. Like I said, I can't really help you on this part, because every logo needs a different sketch, and every sketch needs different shading. So in this part I can't really help you, because every logo needs different sketch, and every sketch needs different coloring and shading. If you want animals, I can't really help you. If you just watch me draw this school, you can't really learn anything beside things I already said. So just try practice with your sketch, and try to make the best sketch you can, and then play with shadows, play with highlights, color, and hope for the best. And that's it. That's really it for the sketch. And now we'll go on Adobe Illustrator, and I will show you how to vectorize it and how to export it. And now we are in Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator. So just save your sketch and open it in Adobe Illustrator, and when you do, you will have this layer 1, layer 0, and go to transparency, and if you can't find that, go to Windows and go to Pathfinder. Okay, and you will have it, you know, and just select this, click, you know, this tool, then click on your sketch and opacity to maybe 50%, you know. Now click here, you know, on this empty field, and you will it will show you like, you know, lock, and that means you can't really do anything on this layer, and you don't want to. So now make a new layer, click here, okay, and click Control R on your keyboard, and it will show this URL, and try to place it on the middle of your sketch. Of course, this only works if your sketch is, you know, symmetrical on both sides. If not, you don't need to do, you know, to put this line. You just, you know, follow my steps. For example, if your sketch is, you know, not symmetrical, just don't do this, and just try start tracing it with pen tool, you know. Now put this, you know, on the center, this guideline, and try start from this maybe, and trace it around. Of course, every designer, you know, every do this from this in different way, but I prefer it this way, because it's more easy for me, you know. Just, you know, trace it on the others outside, and then, you know, just delete the inside parts. I don't know, I just like this that way. I used to make a logo that way. So, and if you have this problem, for example, I need to do a line like this, but it won't let me. Just hold Alt and click on the last anchor you made, and we will do maybe something like this. Okay, and when you're done, connect this last one with the first one, you know. Okay, and on the same layer, you know, start tracing this inside part. For example, if you want to trace this orange, you know, like, just trace it like this. So later we can delete this part, and we will left with the, you know, these lines inside of it. But I think it's more, you know, quicker to do it this way, because, you know, it's more easy to trace one horn, you know. It's one part there to make, you know, every outline. I don't know, I just use this in that way. And if you want to see, you know, your outlines, click on this outline, you know, just select it, go to, you know, click on this and choose black color, so you can see where your outline is, you know, like this and like this. And another tip, if you want to move maybe this anchor point, and you don't want to, you know, start all over again, just click Control and drag it, you know. It's more easy and faster way. And connect it like the last one, and, you know, do the same thing with other parts, you know. And connect, and that's it. Basically, I just wanna fix this. Okay, so when you did that, okay, select all of this, you know, go to Pathfinder and click this. This is minus front, so we will, you know, delete this all parts inside. If you have this error, like filter produce no results and blah blah blah, just select this tool and select one by one. I don't know why, but my Adobe Illustrator always show me that. And that's it. Now select this, select all this, choose this tool, you know, reflect tool, and hold Alt, and now click on this one of these you know, end anchors, and click copy. Choose this vertical side, angle 19 degrees, and click copy. And now select all of this and go here to merge. If merge don't work, you know, just click unite, and in this here box, you know, click this swipe fill and stroke, or just you know, shift and X, and that's it. You have your basic, you know, sketch, and this is sketch for our, you know, mascot. So it's more faster and easy to make, you know, your sketch in vector in Illustrator if it's, you know, what's the word, if it's asymmetrical. Yeah, if it's symmetrical. And maybe we can fix maybe this, you know, if you want to fix this, just hold control and click on one of the anchor points, you know. And of course, when you know, do your own logo, first fix all you want to fix, then reflect it, you know. Now we want to make a color and shadow. So now make layer between the sketch, and you know, this is blah blah blah. So turn visibility, and now I like first to make, you know, to do shadow and highlights to add color. Again, put this line and then start adding, you know, shadow. So like this, and here you want to decide what color you want, you know, to be. I already had in mind, mine will be like a dark, this saturated blue. For example, this will be for shadow, maybe more, maybe something like this. And later I will show you the, you know, real color. So just let me do this. Now you're just making shapes, you know, just follow your okay. And now I want to fill, you know, to fix some things. For example, this shadow here, I want to fix this angle to be maybe like this, you know. Okay, like I said, when you you know, making your own logo, just, you know, try to be to spend more time on the, you know, stuff like this, but I really don't need to now because it's just a tutorial. Oops. Okay, this is the shadows. Now I will just make the, you know, background color. Okay, and just trace around, you know. Click right click and click arrange, send to back, and change color for something lighter because it's mid-tones. For example, maybe like this. Still I don't like it. I don't like it gray. I want to have some bluish in it. Okay. And I want eyes to be orange maybe. Maybe more. Okay. And now, if you want to just reflect, you know, to be the same on the other side, click here, lock this sketch layer, select all of this layer, same thing, choose this tool, hold Alt, click, copy, and that's it, you know. Now we can hide this, you know, first sketch. And this is our, you know, mascot, you know. It's vector, and now you can, you know, scale it, and you know, you can make it smaller, bigger, and it won't lose, you know, resolution like it's on Photoshop. Now we will put this on the side, and now you need to, you know, make the stroke around it. So just copy it. I like to copy it first because I like to have this, and click here, merge. And the reason I like to copy it, because if I need anything to change, maybe when I do a work for a client, you know, and client wants to change colors and maybe to remove eyes or something like that, it's more easy to do with this a layer, because this is merge, and for example, if you want to move this part, you know, it will left empty, you know, here. Or maybe if you want just to, you know, adjust this shadow on these horns, you know, and you want to make it like this, you know, this will be the empty part, and it's more easy, you know, to do stuff with this original. So now when we merge it, go to object, path, offset path, and I like to do it 15 or 20, you know, it's because eSport logo, it's bold lines and stuff like that. I like to do it, you know, bold, maybe as much bold as this black outline, you know. So for example, 50, 20 and 25 is the perfect for logos. I use that, and you know, maybe someone prefer a little bit thinner, but I like it this way, you know. When you do that, right click, arrange, send to back, choose a color picker, or just click I on your keyboard, and this is the color picker, and click on the eyes, and that's it. So we have this mascot logo, you know, but we don't have text, and we will do that now, you know, but this is our mascot logo. Now just again copy this logo, and you copy things with Control C, Control V. Oops. Control C, Control V, and merge it. Just to remove this guideline. Okay. Now we want to do the text, so click T on your keyboard and choose text. I will type Haxon. Okay, make it bigger. That's okay. And now just pick a font, you know. I don't know what font I want, so I've just, you know, scroll down and look what is the best, you know, fit for this logo. So in the you want to, you know, to escape fonts, you know, maybe okay, something like this will be okay, but you know, it's like wind blowing on the side, and I don't like that, because it's this is the front perspective logo, so we are looking on this logo from the front view. So I don't like this text, because it's giving me that feeling that the logo is moving on the side, you know. So I don't like this font, this too, and of course you don't want this font, because you want a thicker letter, you know. If you choose this, it will not look good when you put it against the logo that has bold lines, you know. So just we'll scroll down. Okay, so I decided to use this font, it's Academy M54, so if you like it, you know, you just download it from the internet, and I will choose color for this font, and I basically like to do it in white. And now I want to add some shadow on this text. So first you need to, we will just make it, you know, to go with this logo, you know, to go with the flow. So choose this text, go to effect, warp, and go to arc. Now go to arc upper, you know, and make this band here minus maybe 30 or 20%, I don't know. I do this because text, you know, goes up and like horns, and it will be look good, you know, like I said, balance. When you do that, go to object, expand appearance, and now go to pen, pen tool, and just make something like this, maybe this selection. Now select text and this, and go to this divide, and now select all the, you know, parts of this shape outside the letters. For example, like this, you know, zoom out, zoom in. Okay, and now select this down, you know, other half of the letters, because we divided with that shape, you know. Go to object, go to path, go to offset path, you go here, you need to type -5 maybe, yeah, -5 is okay. And for the color, go to color picker and pick this one, you know, this mid-tones. Okay, now select all the text, go here to merge, offset path maybe 18. Okay, choose the same color as this, right click, arrange, send to back, and this is our text. And now select all the text and go to merge, and just place it where you want to be, you know, maybe like this. So just make it, you know, where you want to be, where you like it. For example, I like it maybe here, or you can do it up here on the horns, like he holds the, you know, this text with his horn. Select all this and click V on your keyboard and choose a horizontal align center, so it will be, you know, aligned, and maybe like this, you know. Okay, now just, you know, place it for, when you like it. And if you want to horns be on top of the text, select mascot, go to arrange and bring to front, and it will be like this. Maybe make it a little smaller. I like it that way. I really like it in this way, you know. It doesn't always have to be, you know, on the bottom. If you make a logo, and of course if you on text you have this problem, go to pen tool and just select this text and just click on these things, and that's it. Maybe this here too, and that's it. I really like how it turned out. So now select logo and the text, merge, object, path, offset path 20. Okay, right click, arrange, send to back, and choose color orange, and that's it. You have your, you know, mascot, and, you know, mascot with the text. So if you want to export it, go to, you know, bring all the files you want to export it on these white fields, because you can work on this gray field, but when you export it, you know, you cannot export if you can't export files if you don't put it in these white fields. Okay, now if you want to export this, go to file, export, save for web. This is the best way to export, and here you just put, for example, here it will depends on how, you know, the files you put, the original files, you know, this will show that resolution, but if you want to make it bigger, just type maybe instead of the 1, just type 5 and it will be okay. Now save, and of course here you need to go to PNG24, save and just save it, and save it on desktop, and that's it. You have your logo, and if you want to save the file, go to save as and save it, And that's it, guys. That's it for this part, and in the next part I will show you how to make presentation on Photoshop, and I will show you how to animate this logo, this eSport Mascot, and how to make the intro out of that. So if you like this tutorial, leave like and comment. If you want something me to do, just tell me down in the comment, and please turn on the notification, so when I upload the second part you will not miss it, because a lot of people ask me how to make eSport Mascot logo and how to make intro and stuff like that. So here it is, and that's it. See you in the next one. Bye.